Hello and welcome to the viewers of this video. This is the Orange Fan here, bringing you another entry for the episode Recap and Thoughts category. This video will be dedicated to the A segment of episode 19 of Codename Kids Next Door, Operation F.L.A.V.O.R. We begin this segment at a museum where number 5 is giving a group of kids a history lesson on ice cream. According to number 5's history lesson, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are considered the 3 pure flavors of ice cream. But long ago, there was also a 4th pure flavor of ice cream as well. The dessert monks who created the 4th flavor grew fearful that because the 4th flavor was exceptionally delicious, everyone else in the world would eat all of the 4th flavor so that there wouldn't be any left for the dessert monks themselves. So the dessert monks ended up locking the 4th flavor away in a temple that, as of modern times, has not been discovered yet. And the intention of the dessert monks was for only an individual with pure taste buds would be able to solve the riddle of the golden scoop in order to unlock and taste the 4th flavor for themselves. And number 5 also points out to the group of kids that the golden scoop is currently on display in the very museum that they're in. And number 5 also adds that, that the 4th flavor has been locked away for so long that many people believe the 4th flavor is only a myth. But there are others out there that do believe the 4th flavor exists, and they still hope to find and taste the 4th flavor for themselves. The group of kids, however, respond by wanting to go to the gift shop. They're apparently very excited about going to the gift shop. And number 5 is rather disappointed that they didn't really seem to pay much attention to her history lesson. We soon see that the delightful children from down the lane are also in the museum right now. Each of the delightful children have a cone of ice cream, and they have sprinkles on their respective ice cream cones. And the delightful children are taunting number 5, claiming that the 4th flavor is only a myth. Number 5 retorts, though, that the delightful children aren't experts on ice cream, considering that they put sprinkles on their ice cream. The delightful children, however, respond by mocking number 5 some more and insulting her because of her belief in the 4th flavor, before they walk off laughing. Number 5 tells herself, though, that the delightful children can laugh all they want, but she knows that the 4th flavor exists somewhere in the world, and she's determined to taste it for herself eventually. Suddenly, one of the ice cream men invades the museum in an ice cream truck, naturally, and the ice cream man not only steals the golden scoop, but also captures number 5. Some time has passed, and eventually the ice cream man opens up the back of his truck. That's where number 5 was after she was captured. And the ice cream man instructs number 5 that they're going to be walking somewhere. Number 5 is surprised to see that the ice cream men have actually found the temple of the 4th flavor, but she doesn't get too much time to marvel at this sight because the ice cream man instructs number 5 to walk into the temple. So the ice cream man and number 5 proceed to walk up the steps and into the temple. Shortly after they enter the temple, some more ice cream men pass by them, and they're carrying an ice cream man that's encased in chocolate fudge. The ice cream man that's following number 5 actually decides to stop for a moment and take a moment of silence to pay his respects to his fallen comrade. Number 5 is surprised to see this ice cream man encased in chocolate fudge, but she doesn't get too much time to think about it because the ice cream man that's been following her has paid his respects, and he instructs number 5 to keep walking. Eventually, the Ice Cream Man takes number 5 to the chamber where the Riddle of the Golden Scoop takes place. To be more specific, the riddle is the flavor of the day. The idea is someone is to hold the golden scoop and take a guess at what the flavor of the day is. And we do see one particular Ice Cream Man is about to attempt to solve the riddle. Unfortunately for this Ice Cream Man, he does not get the right answer for the riddle of the day, and he ends up being encased in chocolate fudge. The golden scoop falls out of his hands before he's encased in chocolate fudge, and it lands at the feet of none other than the delightful children, who demand that the next person take their turn at solving the riddle. And they are quite pleased to see that number 5 has been brought to them. Number 5, however, is surprised to see the delightful children here, since they claim that they don't believe the 4th flavor exists. It turns out that this was a lie that they told, probably to deflect suspicion, I guess, of them finding the 4th flavor temple. That's my guess anyway. But in any case, the delightful children want number 5 to solve the riddle of the golden scoop for them, and they try to reason with number 5 that them working together is the only way that anyone would have a chance to find and try the 4th flavor. The reasoning they use for this is number 5 has the ice cream expertise, while they, the delightful children, wield the golden scoop. And to add to that, the delightful children also add that number 5 would not be able to fulfill her lifelong dream if she doesn't trust them or work together with them. This convinces number 5 to go ahead and work with the delightful children, but she makes it very clear to them that she still doesn't trust them. So it's now number 5's turn to determine what the flavor of the day is. Number 5 thinks it over, and she seems to have come to an answer. The Ice Cream Men wait with anticipation to see what number 5 will say. And what is the answer that number 5 gives? Sunday. The delightful children think that this is a stupid answer, but then they're surprised to see that it works. Number 5's answer of Sunday actually opens up the way deeper into the temple, and number 5 takes advantage of the delightful children's surprise to get the jump ahead. Number 5 quickly enters the newly opened chamber while the delightful children are still in surprise, knowing that the delightful children would intend to betray her, so she decided to get a head start before they'd have the chance to do so. The delightful children order the Ice Cream Men to chase after number 5, and this new chamber is a hallway. During the chase, number 5 accidentally sets off a trap which creates an Ice Cream Boulder, and the boulder appears in between number 5 and the Ice Cream Men. Number 5, however, is able to make it to the next chamber safely, and the Ice Cream Boulder covers the entranceway, so the Ice Cream Men can't go any further. The delightful children catch up and order them to eat through the Ice Cream Boulder so that they can proceed to chase after number 5. The Ice Cream Men proceed to do so, but then suddenly they stop when it seems like they're in pain. The delightful children fear that the Ice Cream Boulder is poisonous, but one of the Ice Cream Men clarifies that they just have a severe case of brain freeze, although they refer to it as an ice cream headache in the segment itself. With the Ice Cream Boulder distracting the delightful children and the Ice Cream Men, number 5 is able to look over what the next trial is of this chamber. She sees instructions that say to place the golden scoop on the pedestal with a beam of light coming from the ceiling. Number 5 does so, and the golden scoop is able to reflect the light onto a doorway and open up the locks of the doorway, which are represented by replicas of ice cream. Eventually, the door opens up, and number 5 enters and finds that this is the cave of, this is the cave of cold, and this is where the fourth flavor is hidden away. Number 5 is about to taste the fourth flavor for herself, but she's interrupted when the ice cream men and the delightful children have arrived. They manage to eat through the ice cream boulder. The ice cream men prepare a vacuum hose in order to suck up the fourth flavor into the hose. And the idea is the delightful children are going to hand over the fourth flavor to the adults to have for their own enjoyment, but not before the delightful children get a chance to taste the fourth flavor first, of course. And the delightful children take a chance to mock number 5, that they'll get to try what she wanted to try for her whole life. But then they stop just before they try it, deciding that ice cream is no good without sprinkles, but they refer to the sprinkles as jimmies. Number 5, though, warns them not to do this. The delightful children think that it's just her still being in despair that they get to try her lifelong dream of trying the fourth flavor. But number 5 is saying that's not the reason, but they don't really listen to her and proceed to place sprinkles on the fourth flavor of their respective scoops of ice cream of the fourth flavor. But when they put the sprinkles on there, a storm somehow happens in the Cave of Cold. Yeah, there's lightning bolts all over the cave for some reason, and the cave is starting to collapse. The ice cream men run away, and the delightful children accuse number 5 of tricking them. Number 5, however, retorts that she warned them that they're not supposed to put anything on good ice cream, and she also complains about them calling the sprinkles jimmies for some reason. The delightful children, though, aren't interested in what they call number 5's ice cream rules, and they try to escape while they have the chance. Number 5, however, realizes that this is her only chance to try the fourth flavor, so she actually takes the risk of following after the fourth flavor as it's falling through the cave. Despite number 5's best efforts, however, some lightning bolts knock number 5 away from the fourth flavor, and she becomes unconscious as she falls through the cave. Eventually, number 5 regains consciousness, and she finds that a hole was made through the cave, so number 5 is now outside, and she finds her hat on the ground, and she sadly says that her taste buds must not have been pure enough to try the fourth flavor. But then she notices that a small piece of the fourth flavor actually is on her hat. Number 5 actually gets a chance to try it after all. So number 5 tastes the fourth flavor, and she enjoys the taste. She's about to comment out loud what she thinks the taste reminds her of, but she's interrupted when she receives a call on 2x4 technology. Yeah, a walkie-talkie made from 2x4 technology. Although we don't hear who's on the other line, number 5's dialogue indicates that number 1 is the one who's calling her, and number 5 assures number 1 that she's alright. She just took a small trip, as she puts it. She also questions number 1 about she also requests how fast number 1 could get a 2x4 technology vehicle to her to get to the mountain of the 37 flavors. I believe that's what she says. And that's how we end this segment. So we have ourselves an explicit number 5 spotlight appearance, because number 5 is actually the only Kids Next Door operative, Sector V operative or otherwise, who appears in this segment. And although we do know that number 1 does contact number 5, we don't get to hear number 1's voice, though. So, yes, number 5 got to be the spotlight character for this particular segment. And this segment actually, I would say this segment kickstarts tradition for most, if not all, of number five's spotlight appearances. I've mentioned it before in the recap and thoughts video for Operation Pirate, but number five is the Sector V operative who is considered the sweets expert, like the expert not just for candy, but desserts as well, like ice cream. And that's the case we saw with this segment. The delightful children from down the lane even commented that they wanted number five to help them because number five has expertise when it comes to ice cream. And yeah, so we're going to be getting a lot of, this is the first of several entries where number five will have some sort of adventure relating to sweets. And a lot of those entries, including this very entry, they're meant to be affectionate parodies or affectionate homages to the Indiana Jones movies. And yeah, this was what kickstarted the Indiana Jones-esque entries in the series. And number five pretty much takes up the role of Indiana Jones in the series, or she's the series equivalent to Indiana Jones. And this is the segment where we get to see that reference or parody or tribute, whatever you want to call it, in action. And as for another detail regarding this segment, Tom Warburton had revealed on one of his blog posts that under different circumstances, the fourth flavor might have actually happened in real life, or people in real life may have had the chance to try the fourth flavor. He explains that there was actually plans for an ice cream company to license the fourth flavor, and there was plans for a contest where kids would write in what they think the fourth flavor tasted like. So yeah, if everything went underway, we in real life may have had a chance to try the fourth flavor for ourselves. Unfortunately, though, the contest and that license with the ice cream company didn't go through, so we don't get to have a real life equivalent to the fourth flavor. Having said that, however, another character in the series in a later entry actually comments on what the taste of the fourth flavor reminds that particular character of. I don't want to give too much away just yet because it's kind of a big surprise who the character in question is. So we'll cross that bridge when we eventually get to it. But you can be assured that the fourth flavor does get referenced again in a later entry. And you could call that another example of the series' serialized elements. So otherwise, I guess the only other thing I can think to talk about for this segment is just my own amusement about a little detail. Like, the delightful children like to eat ice cream with their sprinkles, and number five insists that you can't put anything on good ice cream. And I just find that amusing more than anything else because I actually do like sprinkles on soft serve vanilla ice cream. So yeah, I wasn't bothered by that though. I wasn't offended. Like, I know it was all just in good fun. It was just a funny little detail. It's like, I actually share something in common with the delightful children. So yeah, like I said, it was just a funny little gag to me. Like, I just found it more funny than anything else. And otherwise, yeah, I guess that's about it for this particular segment. So we got a number five spotlight appearance, and one where she got to be the only Kids Next Door operative to actually appear. And we got the first of many entries that have number five play a role similar to Indiana Jones, or where number five goes on an adventure that's reminiscent of the Indiana Jones movies. And like I said, we'll be seeing more of those in the future. One of those entries in particular is actually the introduction for number five's third arch enemy, the arch enemy of number five who has yet to appear. So we'll cross that bridge when we eventually get to it. So otherwise, yeah, I found this to be an enjoyable number five spotlight episode, or segment, yeah. An enjoyable number five spotlight appearance, a nice homage to Indiana Jones, and Yeah, it was fun to have ice cream related entry. But otherwise, there we go for now. So as of this video, we've now discussed the A segment of episode 19 of Codename Kids Next Door on this channel. Take care, and until next time.